Super excited to be home. The road trip, it's always nice when you're going to be home that following week, and these are going to be two huge games for us, and big celebration of our seniors on Sunday. So a lot going on this week. So excited that we are home.
Great. We will start things off today with Ryan Decker.
Coach, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Ryan?
I'm good, thanks. So let's just get it out of the way, I guess. 400 wins for you in this program. What does that mean to you specifically? And I guess just that 400 round number. I mean, does that mean a lot to you? Is that something that you celebrate, or you just kind of keep moving on?
Well, first and foremost, it's all about the players, the coaches, the staff, administrators that have all made it happen. It's never just about one person, but it's a big number. And I think it's always hard to celebrate those milestones because Texas Tech is the most important game right now. But yeah, I mean, I'm hopeful that we'll get out and celebrate that. But more importantly, it just brings back so many important people in my life that I've had the pleasure to work with.
Michael Griffith, you can go ahead.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. So obviously you just said Texas Tech is the most important game, but just looking back at this weekend, give me your take on your team's response on Sunday after the game on Thursday and just what that meant for you guys.
This league and the parity of this league is so hard. And, I told the team we're it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. And what's so important is, when you win, it doesn't necessarily make you a winner. And when you lose, it doesn't necessarily make you a loser. It's just how you respond the next day and how you get better. So after that TCU loss, we really wanted to check what we needed to do to be better on Sunday. And it was a huge laser focus how the team responded to a very, very good Baylor team. So I was so impressed with the performance, and not only to get a clean sheet on the road, but also to find the back of the net on a team like Baylor.
Kevin Kinder, you can go ahead.
Coach, when we talked with you at the start of the season, you had a lot of unknowns. Obviously, where's scoring coming from? How are certain pieces going to fit together? Anything that you've learned over the course of the season that either one surprised you or two, I wasn't expecting that to happen?
Yeah, it's interesting because, and I'll just kind of share a little bit when we're doing scout or looking at a Texas Tech, I could easily say, hey, this is what we got to do to get a result. But what's more important is how this team will respond to get the result and what they're thinking. And for me, they've been so focused and all in, and they just want to get back to a championship season and get back to where the program was, and also why they committed to West Virginia. So for me, they really want to win, and they not that that's surprising, but it is surprising. You have choices, and they're making choices to be successful. So I'm pleasantly surprised on that consistency of that. And then just, tendencies. Every player is going to bring us different tendencies, and I'm just, Kevin, we're seeing different things or different areas that maybe we have to play to, or make sure that we are better on a daily basis. So probably some tendencies too.
So in looking at that long-term thing, now that you're down much closer to the end of the season, is it maybe a little bit of a relief you don't have to look at those things quite so much? You can say, hey, this is what we've got to do. These are the ladies that have to play in this game.
Yeah. I mean, we're 10 wins in, and that has shown us a lot. Where, these next 3 games are the most important games, right? Because you got to protect the 10. But it's definitely different than if you're sitting at 5. So with 5 wins, yeah. So knowing what has worked is really important. Not only for us as a staff, myself, my staff, but for the players to have that type of confidence against a very good conference, with teams that are doing some really good things this year.
Nick Farrell, you can go up next.
Okay, so hit me with your scout on Texas Tech. What do they do well, and why are they having such a good season this year? And then I have a follow-up after that.
Yeah, I mean, they are so tenacious. I don't know as much as I would like to share, to be honest with you, just because of the turnaround of Sunday to now. But they have goal scorers. They defend very well. They defend hard. Obviously, their coaches very organized. So we know that we're going to be playing a team that has a grit about them. We know that they can score goals, and then obviously we know they're very, very stingy giving up goals. So it's going to be definitely a fight on Thursday night.
And then you mentioned the players saying they want to be a championship winning team and the goals that they set. Is that part of your message to them this week? Will it be, as you guys get into practice, that even though you dropped one on the road, you're still right there in it in terms of the title race?
Yeah, it's definite. And listen, I'm going to be very honest with you. They're way smarter than me. These kids know everything, goals against, and that's fun to have when the team is so focused and want to make sure that they can still control their own destiny. So, and again, it's a heavy senior class, so they have a very good understanding of what's ahead of them and what we still can do win in the regular season.
Our next question will come from Ryan Decker.
So, Coach, I guess kind of on that same train of thought there, is this about the time of year you generally start looking at the conference standings as a staff and as a program and try looking ahead, not too much, but a little bit to the Big 12 championship tournament, or do you not look forward to that at all?
No, not yet. I mean, we want to go game to game. I mean, obviously you're going to start looking at points, and my staff has been doing it. I probably take a little bit of a backseat to it all. But the points will start becoming important of what we have to do in these next 3 games. I think that's what you're asking me. But right now my focus is making sure that we're organized. We have a really good understanding of what Tech's going to do. And then I'll look at that points and make sure that, cause you want to fall somewhere in that, top end. So you get to buy the first round.
Michael Griffith, you can go ahead.
Thanks. Another broader question here. So your goal scoring has been nice and spread out, and I know you're probably loving that, but the assist totals have also been really spread out for your team. You guys have 6 players with 3 so far or more. How much do you like seeing that? And can you attribute that to anything specifically? And just how much is that, really helped you guys in general?
Well, in the beginning of the season, one of the things we talked a lot about was we needed a midfield that can score and, and threaten in that, in those areas. And I think that AJ and Lily have really stepped up and responded to that piece. So that was really important for them. And then, like you talked about, the parity of everybody else that is, finding big goals and big moments. So it's really important that we have that. So we're not as easy to scout because we have players that can step up. Olivia Schertz, for example, was able to find the back of the net and set the tone at Baylor. And, she's somebody that we needed to do that at that very moment. So I think that will put us at a little bit harder maybe to scout, that we can kind of score it at all ends, but also make sure that we're getting clean sheets.
All right. Any other questions for Coach? Okay. We will finish up there today. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you.